Just what have your kind of first impressions been of that group, Jalen, Andy, first few days of practice?
I would say just competition. There's been some great competition. We got a great room. We've added some speed in the portal. We've added toughness in the portal, and I think leadership. And I think our room is closer than it's been since I got here. We're a family, and these new additions have really helped the guys that are returning, or maybe some younger guys, pick up their game as far as learning the playbook, maybe finishing harder out there, because there's so much competition at every position that it makes it fun as a coach. You see guys flying around all day and competing with the guy next to them.
Taylor's shown a pretty good connection with Raylan, especially the first few practices we've seen in the slot. How have you seen that kind of relationship develop, maybe summertime working together outside? And, how important is, with Raylan, with Cam, that slot position going to be for your group this year?
It's very important in this offense. And I think Raylan, his familiarity with the offense, he's played in it. I think that's a huge help as far as him coming in. Knowing the offense now, he's just focused on leading the room, getting everybody together. Him and Taylon's chemistry has gotten better throughout the summer, and the good thing about them too is they have history from high school too, from the same area. So they've known each other. I think they were on the same high school team probably for a year or so. So they have a history together. They have a relationship, and it's really helped us on offense for sure. Just replacing that spot in the slot.
With that competition that you mentioned, is there a number, like we got to find this number of guys that we trust, or a range maybe that you're looking for for a wide receiver rotation?
Yeah, when you get into the travel squad, it kind of gets to that point where you got to, make decisions on, 8, 6 guys, whatever we're going to travel with. And I think it's some really tough discussions right now. But the good thing is it's practice 4, and I'm excited. Like I said, all the competition every day, it makes it fun for me watching guys compete out there, and they're all trying to make plays, but we're together as a unit. And that's the thing that stood out for me this offseason. Challenging them to come together more as a family, because I think that's going to help us win a championship. Obviously, we're closer and not individuals.
You guys brought in a lot of new receivers in the spring, and it sounded like from talking to Sam that he wasn't really interested in bringing in any more receivers, but then you brought in Andy Jean and Jalen Brown. What was the thought process with bringing those two guys in late?
Just having more depth at the position, and I think bringing in Omega and Raylan and Cam, guys that have experience, and then we needed some more speed. So we wanted to get 2 fast guys that had some playing experience, which they both have in the SEC, and with Jalen playing a little bit at Florida State as well. I think they walked in, they know how to practice at this level, they know how to run a route at this level and win, and I think their speed has really showed up and made our room faster as a whole. I feel like we're a lot faster this year as well.
A lot of times we'll ask Sam about specific players, but sometimes he just brings up Antonio Jordan without us even asking about him. What has stood out about him, and is he going to be able to help you this year?
Yeah, it's hard not to bring him up. Throughout the recruiting process, getting to know him and everything, he's such a great kid. And the thing that stands out is he loves the game. I mean, more than anybody I've been around as a freshman, just his love for the game, his hunger to be coached. He's already been coached great in high school. His technique at the position is way further ahead than most high school kids coming in, and it goes to the Warren coaches down there. They get the receivers ready technique-wise, and now he's just like a sponge. He wants all the information he can take in, as he really wants to play this year. And I think talent-wise, he can definitely help us on offense this year. And it's fun every day turning that video on and watching the plays he makes, because one time a day he makes that wow play where you're like, man, this kid is going to be special. So right now it's just helping him not feel all the pressure of the whole playbook, and getting him the packages that he needs to learn and take those steps to slowly build within this offense, because he's going to be a special player. It's just a matter of time.
What do you feel like C.J. Brown needs to do to kind of take advantage of his opportunity out there?
Yeah, C.J. last year, he did a great job as a freshman. He was that rotation guy. I needed guy to go in the game. I trusted him because he came in early, learned the offense, and now I'm challenging him to take that next step. Be a starter in the SEC. Be a guy that, can be reliable third down, and then be tough and go compete. And, as a freshman, he got that experience on the field, and I think that's helped him this whole offseason. He's acting like a pro. He's working every day harder and harder, and just challenging him in the run game. Every play as a starter, you got to be out there every play, playing to the whistle. So it's him being a full-time player now instead of just a role substitution type player.
We saw Omega Blake make a lot of strides, basically from spring break on, it seemed like. Just how did you see him kind of develop from the time he got here through now, and what do you feel like his ceiling is?
I think he's got a very high ceiling. He came in, it's a lot of offense to learn, but luckily he came in the wintertime, got the offense down, made strides in spring ball, kind of came in on at the end of spring and started making some big-time plays, making people miss in the open field. The thing about Omega that I like is he's a competitor. He's tough. He's explosive, very coachable. I can coach him as hard as I want. He takes it, and he loves it. So he wants to be great, and he's always asking, hey, how can I get drafted higher? How can we help us win a championship? I've challenged him to be a leader this offseason in the summer because he was new in spring trying to learn everything. Now we're trying to bring more leadership out, and he's stepped up. He's been more vocal. He's trying to push guys and just continuing to push him to lead by example, and I want him to be the guy.
Christina snagged my Omega question, man, right out from under me. No, but he's consistently gone with the ones and Sharp and CJ for a good bit. What maybe has led to those decisions that those guys have been with the ones most?
Just as in this offense, it's a lot of offense. So just that trust, their alignments, their details on the routes, the blocking schemes. But like I said, those three are running out right now. But every day it's open competition. Some guys are getting reps with the ones. Those guys are going with the twos. Just right now, every day we're constantly changing the depth, challenging somebody. Maybe, hey, you're going with the ones today, and seeing how they react. Because competition brings the best out of everybody, and I think there's so much of it right now that it's making our offense better.
You mentioned challenging CJ to be better in the run game. Who really stands out to you as like premier blockers as receivers?
There's some, those little guys are tough, man. Cam and Raylan, they do a good job in the run game, but Monte Harrison does a great job. He's going to have a bigger role as far as, doing that type of thing and blocking using his size. Antonio Jordans does a good job blocking, but really every receiver they're asked to block, and if they don't, they're not going to be in that starting rotation. So just challenging the whole room because, with Taylor Green back there, he can take a zone read to the house 90 yards, so we can't take a play off. And, with Mike Washington back there now, we got explosive guys that can go to the house. So we have to do our job and block for these guys, and we'll have explosive plays all down the field.
I think we're talking to Monte today. So has he got any big plans for the big 3-0? And then also, what do you see about his why? Like he's doing this at about age 30.
Yeah, I can't say enough about Monte. He's a special person, man. He's almost similar to, I can lean on him as like an assistant coach. I want a message to the whole room being delivered. I can work through him sometimes. He can deliver the message. That way I create more leadership within the room. And, instead of me trying to bring these guys together, I have him. He's been a pro. He knows what it takes to win at a high level. So he's been a huge help in the room, and he's really taken some huge strides this offseason to become a big-time player. I think he's going to help us a lot this year.
So last year was your first year here, but you had a lot of guys here that had been here a year coming in. Now it's your continuity, but a lot of new guys. I guess getting to finally kind of assemble a room that is yours, what were you kind of looking for?
Yeah, we had a good plan as a staff. Coach Pittman and Coach Petrino kind of gave me the outline of what we wanted to look for. Obviously experience, losing those three guys that were seniors that played a lot for us, and Satania. So we had to get experienced guys, but I wanted tough guys that have a chip on their shoulder that want to compete. And I think, like you said, recruiting those guys, building a room, I feel like we're closer because they're all guys that, we went out and recruited, and they all have the same mindset. And I feel like our room is just trending upward right now. And I know there's not really a starting three right now, but every day I feel like we're getting better and better as a room.
It seems like just in drills and stuff right now, y'all are really detail-oriented, just like on depth and things like that. Kind of early stages of fall camp, what's the point of, like, I guess right now honing in on those before you can move to, I guess, whenever y'all get in pads?
Yeah, it's just it goes with Petrino's offense. His offense is so detailed, so complex that the yardages are so important. We take one step too short, I'm going to hear about it. So just making sure in Indy we're constantly perfecting our craft, and that gets us more separation in the route concepts. If we're cutting our route short or, bending the corner on something, we're not going to be as far open. You know what I mean? So we want separation. We want run after catch this year. That's the main thing we're focusing on as well in our room is run after catch. So every day in practice, I expect them to sprint 30 yards downfield and get used to making somebody miss and get used to making a big touchdown. So that's the other thing we're trying to focus on as well, more yards after catch this year.